Hi, everybody. Well, we're getting closer to Passover, and we're getting closer to March 18. We have two portions that we are reading this weekend, this Shabbat. Also, uh, it's a very special Shabbat where we're announcing the months of Aries, which is coming. Also, on top of it, it's a special Shabbat. It's called Shabbat HaChodesh, where we're discussing the whole concept of the month of Nisan, make it so special as we left Egypt at that time. So this we can consider strong, intense, full of energy. On Sunday, it's the beginning of the month of Aries. And when the month of Aries arrive, we are connecting to the force of the tree, not from the point of the fruit, from the point of blessing the tree for good weather, for reincarnation, for the dead people to have a second chance to be reincarnated. All of it is happening this weekend. So from Friday till Sunday, you're going to feel it. It's a very strong, intense energy. Is it always positive? Yes, but there is a big but there. The but is, even if it's positive, can we handle it? Because if you cannot handle it, then the vessel break and fall down. And when it fall down, um, there is a memory of the fulfillment that they had there before, and then we have to start the or tikkun and correct ourselves and make ourselves better. So, just to tell you, I'm telling it to myself as well. I hope all of us will remember as this weekend come from Friday to Sunday. By the way, from Friday to Sunday, it's a very powerful energy that can lift off whatever is blocking you, whatever is bothering you. This is very, very important to understand. And the energy is you're going to feel. I encourage you to start follow the Mishnah, to start follow the Talmud, so start follow the Kabbalah, start follow Tikkunei Zohar, start follow real knowledge that was written thousands of years ago. And they tell you, either you connect to the teacher or you connect to the knowledge coming from your teacher. That's the structure of success. Because this portion, talking about the Mishkan, talking about the tabernacle, talking about the whole structure that need to be built, because of that, all of us now have to look inside. Who do I believe in? There is one person I follow. There's two people I follow. There's three people I follow. Then you should ask yourself, those of you who are cheating on your husband, on your wife, don't tell it on the camera, please. If it's on Zoom, don't mention it's me. So let's say you're cheating. Why are you cheating? Because your wife is not enough, or your husband is not enough, or this is not, doesn't matter what, but you're cheating. When you're cheating, you not connect to the person you're with, not with the one you cheat, and not with the husband or the wife. You're never going to connect, but you connect only to what they bring good to you. So from this man or from this woman, you get, I don't know, a kiss. From here, you're getting money. From here, you're getting other things. So you not connect to them. You connect only to what they can bring you. And for that reason, that type of connection is not a connection. Going back to the story of Vayakhel, Pikudei, Mishkan. For the word of Mishkan, when we talk about Mishkan, we are talking about the word Shekhinah, dwelling, the Shekhinah, the aspect of Malchut. We know that the Mishkan represents Malchut. What is Malchut? Malchut is the receiving energy of the entire structure that called fulfillment of the light force of the Creator. That's what Mishkan is. That's the vessel that receives all the light. That's what Mishkan, that's what the tabernacle was. So we're building a structure to be able to get all this light. Now that structure has to be done perfect. Otherwise no light coming down. So every piece that we read about in this Shabbat, helping us step by step to build our structure of connected to the divine. That's what we're doing this weekend. We're building a structure. But because this weekend is 7th day, which is Shabbat, which is Malchut. It's a manifestation of everything we're doing this week. Every day is connecting. Every day is connecting to an energy that's related to Malchut. So, if that's so, that means with that Malchut that we built, the only way we can draw light. What is the Malchut built from? Structure. But we know, those of you who study with me a deeper meaning of Kabbalah, something called Tzimtzum, Malchut cannot receive the light. So you need a specific structure where the light can come into Malchut without it disappear. So the entire curtain is like the Masach. Masach, those of you who are familiar with those words of Kabbalah, is something that pushes the light back. Like when I wear the yarmulke. What the yarmulke does? When the light coming down, it pushed back. I cannot receive it just for oneself alone. I have to push it back. So whatever we do this week, build your structure. Choose a teacher. You have to have a teacher. Teacher is an authority. Is not a knowledgeable person. Somebody you put out there and you're asking them about every spiritual thing. Oh, every business or every, depends how much you're respecting them. There is people who are my customer, student, and friend. They ask me about everything. They ask me about their life, their family, their children, their health, how to make money, everything. They are students who are very close to me. Whatever they do, they text me. And then I help them. And of course, some of you might be worried, is it leading into some type of dependency? Well, if you've been suspicious that I might create dependency, then I'm not a good teacher for you. The one who chose me to do it with them, don't think like that. But for every person has to start choosing a teacher that you look up to. You look up to. That's your teacher. That's your guide, that's the thing. And the saying that you cannot cheat on your wife, I mean, you can cheat on your wife. First you go and you choose wife or you choose husband. And then you lower yourself a little bit and you know, this is your life. This is who you be with. That's really what it's all about. And it's not easy. Not easy to choose. But after you choose, it's something you have to accept internally. You know, something you have to accept internally. And Debbie and me don't like to come across as teacher. We like to come as fun friends, you know, which is our fault. But we can't change it. That's who we are. Because we don't feel we're better than anybody else. We just want you guys to do the best, have all the money, be healthy, and all this and that. But people, from the people point of view, people have to develop that teacher need of a thing, but not to get more knowledge or intellectual thing, to get more vessel so you can receive all the light that we want to give you. How do you get that vessel? From ir'ah, from an awe. You have to develop an awe. Now, if you cannot develop it, it's okay too. We're not here to blame you if you're not there yet. It's your life. It's not my life. I'm not here to tell you, do that. That's the only way. No, it's not the only way. It's the ultimate goodness that the person can receive, but it doesn't mean that every person really can do that. Can you lose your ego and listen to one person? Or you think they're smarter than you in all area? You can't. So wow, why am I saying it's good for everybody? It's not good for everybody. When you're ready, it will happen to you. So don't be upset if still you didn't find the right person, whatever it's me, Debbie or somebody else. You know, you have to start develop that internally. That's what building of the Mishkan is. You're building a structure to draw light from the Creator to somebody. Why do you need somebody? The structure of the universe is working with chesed v'gvura, a force of chi, of giving and receiving. So the force of giving is coming from the teacher. The force of receiving coming from the student. If the student receive with excitement, not for the knowledge, with excitement that the teacher actually teach them, then that person got the idea of teaching. If the person just excited about the knowledge, there's no connection. Can you imagine you only marry your husband because of his money? Or you only marry your wife because of her look? Or you only marry because of some... Then you're not connect to them. You connect to something else. And that's why there is many levels of that. So that's the structure of the Mishkan. All of us need to build our relationship with teachers, our relationship with neighbors, our relationship with God, all of that thing. Spiritual relationship has to go to teacher, that this is it. This is my authority. This is something. And don't choose just teacher who will agree with you all day long, because you're not going to grow. You're not going to grow. And not all teachers are good with every student. Sometimes you choose good teacher, but it doesn't mean they're good for you. So you got to find the balance, okay? Got to find the balance. Anyway, so I'm reading from verse 486 from Parashat Pikudei. And that's what it says. When you pray alone, your prayer is going all the way up to the entrance of a chamber. Again, everything we're going to talk about today is a structure of spiritual evolution. And there is a minister who stands at that entrance. If the prayer is good, אם יפה היא, תפילה היא נכנוס לפני המלך הקדוש. If the prayer is good, so that minister standing in the door, and he check the prayer. He check the prayer where it comes. It's from the heart. It's from you. What kind of prayer? Or you're just reading the book like you're reading Pinocchio. What exactly going on in your heart? If it's good, תפילה היא לקנוס לפני המלך הקדוש, מיד הוא פתח מכניס אותה. If the prayer is good, you're opening the door and you let the prayer go in. Almost like it's a physical thing. And that prayer goes directly to the Creator. Can you imagine how powerful it is? Do you have conversation with the Creator? With the heart. Open your heart. Don't open your heart about what you don't have. Open your heart about what you have. And ask the Creator, why me? Why me? David, we ask ourselves, why are we surrounded by so many wonderful people? Everybody around us is just good person. Why are we so lucky to have it? It's just a question. So we pray to God. God, help us to know what is going on. Why the people are so sweet around us? What if the prayer is not good? That minister says, I'm sorry to the prayer, you cannot go into God. And then the prayer go down to the world, and it start to wander around, lonely. And it's waiting before the first firmament, because there is 7 firmament to go up like the Sfirot, and waiting there. And at that lowest level, there is an angel. The angel called, I cannot say the whole name, but I can tell you it's Sa'adikel. And that angel, ממונה על הרקיע הזה. That angel is in charge of that firmament. ולוקח כל אלה התפילות, and he take all the prayer that was not accepted by God, or not accepted by the angel who protect God, and those prayer called תפילות פסולות. It's a prayer that was not good, פסול, meaning not kosher תפילה. וגונז אותם, and he put them in גניזה, he put them in a ziplock. Sometimes you're opening something and you have leftover, you put everything in Ziploc. The same thing, that's what this angel do. You have it in a Ziploc. Why? Why would you keep a prayer which is not good? Listen to that. עד שהאדם ההוא חוזר בתשובה. Until that person spiritually change when you're opening his heart. And then what? Listen to that. I'm going now to verse 487. אם חוזר בתשובה, if that person start to transformally change and grow and make tshuva and make repentance, and the next prayer is way better, listen, so you pray one good prayer, that angel from the lowest level of the sky, of the firmament, is taking that good prayer, that prayer which is not so good, and he let the bad prayer that you did, and he let that bad prayer meet the good prayer together, so all your negative prayer you ever did, let's say when you pray, you don't say a word, I have to go eat, and all what you're thinking about, how will I eat my vegan dish? That's not a prayer. You're in front of the Creator. You're in front of billions of angels who receive your prayer. Do you believe in it? If you believe in it, then do it right. If you don't believe in it, maybe you shouldn't be doing it because you're making fun. Mantra was what? When you go to his grave, what's written there? Love thy neighbor as thyself. So many ways to understand it. So many ways. Some people say, love the neighbor as thyself. It's what you should tell your body, because the body is so selfish. So we tell the body, can you love the soul as you love yourself, please? It's one of the ways. Well, another way is just simple to love your neighbors. Okay? There's many ways. But love will be tested only when you have injustice. Today, I had a wonderful, wonderful lady who called me from far away, very far away, 14-hour flight, far away. And she tell me that I feel bad for you, for what you went through in your life, after all what you did and what you get. Yeah, those of you who know my story good, those of you who don't, it's okay. And I said, I don't feel bad for myself. I don't. Why I don't? Because I believe in the divine. I'm not going to look for justice. What's the justice? If somebody hurt me, God permitted. And if God permitted, it's good for me. It's exactly what I need. That's a blessing of my life. I'm not always like it. I'm a human being. I'm not an angel. But in the end of the day, it's good. It doesn't mean that I'm going to look for people, hey, who want to hurt me? I'm here. You come 1471. I'm here. No. You should look for good things for yourself. But if it's already happened, Baruch Hashem. Baruch Hashem. I have many friends in my life. A lot of them stop me in the back. Why? Because I need people to stop me in the back to wake me up. Because I always look forward. I'm always go forward. I'm aggressive. I always go forward. Sometimes Eliyahu need to stop and look backward. You know? That's the way life is. So now look at your life. Look at the structure of your life. Are you into justice only? Then it's okay. But don't elevate yourself too far spiritually. Don't overly meditate. Don't overly pray. Because that prayer and justice will go to the dark side. You got to be careful. But if you elevate yourself spiritually, then you have to find the good in people. Good in people. Good in people. Find the good. I'm going to give you one of the chamber of the dark side. I love the Zohar Pikudei. That's why we print it small, and I call it the Angel Zohar. Everybody have to have Angel Zohar. And just before Passover, make sure you do what I do normally, and hopefully I will remember to do it. Put white string on your right hand. White string on the right hand. Those of you who don't bake matzah, you can put it already on Sunday. You want to start to put it from this Sunday for another 52 days. It's good to put the white string as it a string that we bought from Rabbi Yehuda Ashlag. Pure. It's very pure. You can order it from Debbie, and it's a wonderful thing. Let me read to you the structure of the dark side. Taf Taf Tzadik Vav. Taf Taf Tzadik Vav. This is from section in Pikudei, 896. And I read it, I read Pikudei, it's one of my favorite Zohar because it's written all the name of the angel of what they do. So if you have the small Pikudei Zohar, make sure it stay with you. One in the car, one under your bed, wherever you go, because it's very powerful Zohar. And just respect it, because the Pikudei Zohar that we print has within it a lot of power. So he's talking about the fifth chamber. What's happening in the fifth chamber? That's the dark side chamber. Be careful, okay? This chamber, it's also a structure. We call that chamber Sheol. Can you look for what? How can I translate Sheol in English? I don't know if I can translate it even. Sheol. Sheol כנגד הראש של היצר הרע, שנקרא ערל. It's corresponding to the power of the evil inclination inside of us, that called ערל. והרי אמרנו שהוא סודר לה. ערל mean foreskin. So we name of the negative force who attack you, called foreskin, kind of a weird name for attack. In that chamber, we talk about the dark side chamber, guys. You ready? There is the entrance with the angel as well. And that minister has a mission. What is the minister does? לעורר תמיד קטרוגים על העולם. You want to know what this angel is doing? that's foreskin angel, always to find out how can he destroy the world. Abyss? Abyss. Sheol is abyss. It was a movie like that, I think. Abyss. A movie I never understood what happened there. I always fall asleep in that. But anyway, I'm sorry, there's people that I'm live. So, that angel called foreskin always create destruction to the world, and the spirit they use, believe it or not, nikra eva. Aleph Yud Bet A. Eva mean hatred. So there is a system of negativity that their job is only to bring keturgim, only to persecute the purpose of this world and to destroy it. משום שהשם של הפתח הזה, אבה שמו. The name of the entrance to that negative chamber called Eva. Can you imagine you go into the chamber and you see the name of this chamber is hatred. You know, it's funny, I studied with one of our member, Michael, so, and we study some things together, and some of the things that you study in Kabbalah has no value that can help you in this world. You just study for the study. So I was telling him, and I will tell it to you, what's the purpose of studying? And then he said, I don't know. And then I answered, I said, I think, Michael, is in the world to come, after people die, there is street and avenue and store and beautiful. But you don't know what's the direction to go. When you study Kabbalah, but in the real Kabbalah, not just whatever feel fun, study Kabbalah, you learn where to go. Which means if you said the word Eva, you know, that's not the corner I'm going to. I'm going the other direction. So in your navigation system, in your spiritual Lamborghini in heaven, say left is to Eva. Say, no Eva, I'm going the other direction. I wonder if the name Eva it can be a problem, huh? Gotta tell people about it. Eva means hatred in the Zohar language. וסיבנך ואיבה אשית בנך ובן האישה. When is these words appear first? When God talked to Eve and to the snake, and he said, I will put hatred between two of you. Also, when you read Megillat Echa on Tisha B'Av, on the 9th of Av, which is the set day, how do you start the first verse of Echa? Echa yashva badad ha'ir rabati. So, Echa yashva badad ha'ir, Eva also. This initially is Eva as well. בהיכל הזה עומד רוח אחד השולט על הכל. In this chamber, there is a spirit, a minister who in charge of everything. Now we need to know his name. Don't you want to know what the name of that little thing that working from foreskin? Mr. Foreskin now hire a person to do all the damage. You want to know the name of that thing? Shoded. I'm telling you the word. That's his name. You know what Shoded means in Hebrew? In Israeli Hebrew, not in the Bible Hebrew? A robber. Somebody who come and take things from people. Why we call it like this as the Zohar? והוא שד ושבר, וזהו שודד בערים הרמים בין סלעים וערים. Because it's like a robber that come to take. מהיכל הזה יונקים כולל השודדים המשחיתים בחורבנות, and all the people in the world who live in the planet that like to steal, like to kill, like to do all things, are being supervised by that force. ומכאן יוצאים כל אלה שהורגים בחרבות ורמחים. And from here come all the people who kill with knife and weapon, והולכים אחר להט החרב המתהפכת לכלות הכל. And they want to kill. Because I wonder all my life, why people use guns and sword to kill each other? You know, sometimes you watch those movies from the old time with the Scotland, the English, the French. There's always war in between two mountains, and there is a lot of mud. It's always the same movie. Always the same movie. Fighting, sword, heavy more than a human being, and you make it. And then they come home and they drink some beer. Oh, we won. What is this? I never get it. Is this like, go play rugby, it would be better. Then you can play it again tomorrow. I mean, what is the idea of taking a sword and killing another human being? I never get it. I never get that idea. Why you have to kill if you disagree? Have argument, disagree, don't kill. Now we know why. There's a minister who is in charge of that. From that minister, מרוח הזה יוצא רוח אחת. נקרא שוד. That minister has another soldier called Shod. Shod is robbery. The name of that angel is called robbery. What kind of name they have, huh? כששולט רעב על העולם, when there is hunger in the world, נמצא רוח הזה שנקרא שוד. So when there is hunger in the world, it's because that angel robbery is making sure there will be no food. And then you have another spirit שנקרא, I don't want to say the name, KPHAN. That's the name of the angel. And when they are together, they start destroying people, and they take from them everything, destroy them, or make them so weak so they will die from being weak. And when they eat, when people eat, they never get satiated. So that's one of the ways you've been attacked by that angel. But the second one, KAPHAN, okay? Because he control. So, what's the solution? I'm scared. I don't want to be attacked by that. Look at this. Now I'm in verse 899. In that time, מי שעושה חסד לבני אדם, whoever do goodness with people, נותן להם לאכול ולשתות. You give them food and drink. הוא כדאי לדחות לבית רוחות לחוץ. Those two angels, not allowed to touch him. Or her. שלא ישלטו בעולם. וכשישראל אינם עושים חסד לבני אדם, when we don't do goodness with people, okay, then unfortunately those two forces can come after us. So again, when I say about Debbie before, I didn't just say it like this. You have to start to understand, you help Debbie, you help yourself. That's why I said, don't help Debbie, help yourself. כשישראל עושים חסד נכנע, הסמך א', צד הקדושה להתחזק. And then we can make the structure of holiness strong, and those two spirits that I mentioned, the robber and the robbery, and the other one, KAPHAN, okay, right away leave you alone, actually start even working for you and under you. So it's quite important that all of us understand there is structure. The Mishkan we're going to read about this week. The tabernacle, it's a structure and physical structure in the physical world. But that structure is to connect to the upper structure that exists. Let's connect together. Let's be unified. Let's look on the good on one another. When you study, it's definitely clean you when you study alone. But for each person it's different. It depends on the level of your study on what you study. The teacher job is to check somebody, it sounds ego, somebody in my level, can I say that? It sounds terrible, but it's the truth. I can check with the person study to their level, or study below, or too much. So my job is to make sure that they don't go too far or too low. And if you study that level, definitely cleaning your soul. Yes, and you should study alone every day. Every day. The minimum is 5 minutes. The right time is half an hour a day. You have to study alone. Yes. Okay? Thank you so much for joining me. I know it was a lot of structure of what's going on, but that's what it's all about, the Mishkan. And those of you who live in LA, or those of you who don't live in LA, our backyard is open for Shabbat. You're always welcome to come. Thank you, and have a beautiful, beautiful evening. Thank you.